Welcome back to another episode of East Coast Blue Jays. I'm your host, Patrick McGrath. Thank you all for coming in. And on this episode, is Bregman back to the Astros? But we will see. If you guys like to follow Toronto Blue Jays and like to follow our content and like support us, give us a like and subscribe and leave a little comment below. So let's get things going here. So, Alex Bregman was one of the Toronto Blue Jays' interests. They were looking for a third baseman, but it kind of stopped there 3-4 weeks ago. Never heard much of anything, but he was still on the list of players that the Blue Jays were interested. So, just a little bit of update today. Bob Nightingale updated. Chicago Cubs will pay $8.5 million of Ryan Presley's contract and send only a fringe Class A prospect to Houston. What does this mean for Bregman? The Astros get salary relief to pave the way for the return of the beloved third baseman Alex Bregman. The Chicago Cubs will pay $8.5 million to Ryan Presley, $14 million contract, and give up a Class A pitcher, and his name is Juan Bello. Well, that's quite interesting. So there's a possibility this is maybe what Scott Boras and Alex Bregman was possibly waiting. Maybe Houston just gave up this guy so they can get their all-star third baseman back. That's a possibility. So yeah, Jeff Passan retweeted as well. The Chicago Cubs are finalizing a trade to acquire closer Ryan Presley from the Houston Astros. Pending medical review, sources tell ESPN Presley will waive his no-trade clause to Chicago to facilitate the move, and Houston will send money to help cover his $14 million salary. So back to Alex. So there is a great opportunity for Alex to get signs, but time will only tell. But this sounds like a great opportunity to get their beloved All-Star back to Houston. Yes, we would have loved to have this elite player on their third base, but you know what? Vladimir Guerrero can play third, and Pete Alonso can play first. But Johnny mentioned bummed about Ryan Presley leaving the Astros. However, the Astros still have a chance to make Alex Bregman an Astro for life with Altuve. So yes, so there's a possibility that the reason why we didn't go after Alex Bregman was possibly to go after this guy, Pete Alonso. I know there's a lot of Mets fans that are not very happy with this guy. Not only this guy in particular, but his agent, Scott Boras. He's not very liked lately. Nothing. So as far as the Blue Jays and the Angels getting an offer or any sort of forwardness of getting this player, Matt's Batflip tweets, nothing appears to be close between Pete Alonso and the Blue Jays or Angels, as all has been quiet since this past Friday. So, yeah, it is the weekend. Maybe something's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, and we'll see what happens. But a lot of stir was going on Saturday, and Cohen and David Stern showed their thoughts towards Scott Boras and Pete Alonso. They love Pete Alonso, but they also did say they love the new guys coming up, and if he doesn't decide to take their offer, he's going to go without Pete Alonso and just carry on with business. But Cohen did say, I don't like the negotiations. I don't like what's been presented to us. Meaning he doesn't like how Scott is acting as an agent for Mr. Pete Alonso. So, yeah, so there's not a lot of people. So there was a few tweets I seen online about Jenna. And she tweets, my thoughts on Alonso. Scott Boras is the worst. Pete needs to accept that this offseason didn't go as he expected. Go back to the Mets, forget this ordeal, have a great season, get a new agent, and focus on the future. Scott Boras is the worst. Ooh, this doesn't seem very good for Scott, but Scott's just doing his job. He's just trying to make the best deal for all his agents. And another tweet by Matt Williams on the X. Dear Pete Alonso, fire Scott Boras. He is actively ruining your career. I don't think so. 2, sign a short-term deal. The Mets that includes a traditional opt-out no caveats. So, 3, have a big year, sign an extension similar to the deal you originally asked for. So there's a few people out there now that are big fans of Scott Boras, but hopefully this GM right here can get Pete Alonso signed, because like I said, Cohen he's headed up to here. He's done with it, and he's ready to go on without Pete. And this is time for Mr. Ross Atkins to step in and get this guy signed, because if he signs him, and if we're going to have a lineup like this, it's going to be a great season. You can guarantee we're going to get close to 85 to probably 90 wins this year. And if Pete Alonso comes, maybe Max Scherzer would be right behind him. And now we're talking. I get pretty excited here. So yeah, Bobichek, Guerrero, Santander, Alonso, Jordan. I mean, this looks great, but there's nothing written in stone. It's all speculation. But as far as I can see, is Ryan Presley, he's leaving the Astros organization, going over to the Cubs, and it's going to free up a lot of salary. And they'll have a chance to sign their all-star back to their team, Alex Bregman. And that's okay. I would have loved to see him in a Jays jersey, but that's okay. I can always see Vladdy in the third base, Pete Alonso at first, and Max Scherzer, slide him right in with the rest of us. So how do you guys feel about this? Leave a little comment below. Give me a little like and subscribe if you like this content. And until next time, let's go Jays. Let's wait till tomorrow, see what happens.